What's up, guys? This is James, and in today's video we're going to kind of be talking about what I would do if I was starting over completely from Shopify. Now the thing is, there's kind of two different answers to this question, right? I see a lot of people doing like, oh, what would I do if I started over from scratch with Shopify as a complete beginner? But I kind of want to give you two different perspectives on this, because the thing is, I'm not a beginner anymore, right? I've been doing Shopify for a while now, and so I kind of want to give you the perspective of what I would do if I was starting over from like complete scratch, if I like had to get everything erased out of my head, like all the knowledge that I've ever learned about Shopify, internet marketing, everything. I kind of want to give you that perspective, as well as give you the perspective of what I would do if I had to start completely over from scratch, like today. If I had to get rid of all my stores, if I had to get rid of everything that I've ever done right now, but I got to keep the knowledge that is in my head, the Ty Lopez Lamborghini knowledge. If I could keep that in my head, I'm gonna tell you guys what I would do if I was completely starting over. So that's kind of the two different perspectives that I want to kind of give you guys in this video. So I hope you enjoy that. I hope you enjoy seeing me have to completely start over everything as far as Shopify and everything goes. So two different perspectives. One as if I had to just delete everything in my head and start completely over from scratch. And the other one is going to be me with the knowledge that I have in my head already, and kind of what I know about internet marketing and Shopify, and just basically how I would do it starting over completely from scratch again. So without further ado, we're going to hop over into my computer, and I'm going to show you guys exactly what I mean. Alright guys, so we are literally just going to dive right into this. Let me get a new little piece of paper going here. Okay, so we're just gonna dive right into this. Like I said, we're gonna be talking about kind of the two different ways that I would start over. One obviously is gonna be me with everything that I know right now, and then one is gonna be me as a complete beginner and I don't know anything. I'm starting over from scratch. It's awful. We're just putting me in a really horrible situation. But so let's go ahead and get started. So option number uno, option number one that we're gonna be going with. Option number one, or kind of scenario number one, is going to be me starting over completely from scratch with no information about dropshipping or Shopify in my head, kind of where I was about 3 or so years ago with Shopify, just not knowing anything, and we're just going to start completely fresh. And the reason why is because I think a lot of you guys are kind of in this position right now. This is the majority where you guys are at. You've probably been doing this a few months, so I kind of want to give you guys that kind of overview real quick. So option number one, so I don't know anything. Okay, so what I would do first of all, if I literally knew nothing about dropshipping and I knew that I wanted to get into it, I would go watch free YouTube videos. And let's just assume that I am completely broke and I don't have any money, and I can't like make any money. So I would just go ahead and I would watch free YouTube videos. Let's say my channel doesn't exist. I would go watch people like Dan DeSilva, Ari Sherson, Tristan Broughton, people like that. I would go check out their channels. I would go learn from them, and I would watch their videos. So free YouTube videos is what I would go watch first, and I would figure out how the fuck to start dropshipping, because I don't know anything, right? I'm a complete beginner, and especially dropshipping itself isn't too crazy. It's just mostly like Facebook ads. So I'm gonna write down Facebook ads here. I would learn as much as I could about Facebook ads. But that's just me, because I personally like it. I know a lot of you guys don't necessarily like to do Facebook ads, or maybe you don't have the money and you're kind of scared to invest because you don't want to waste or risk any money, which is kind of a stupid mindset. You need to get past that. But I understand, I've been there. So let's just say that we go ahead and we actually start doing Instagram traffic. That's going to be our kind of traffic source. So what I would do is I would go to YouTube and I would just start watching a bunch of YouTubers. Actually, I'd probably watch 2 or 3, because you don't want to watch too many different people, because you're just going to start confusing yourself. So a lot of people use different methods. So you kind of want to watch my favorite 2 or 3 people, and I would learn how to actually go out there and do this. So let's just say that I kind of do this 2 ways. So the first way obviously is with free Instagram traffic. So we'll just put down IG traffic, Instagram traffic. So this is something that I don't really do anymore. This is something that I've never really gotten into that much. But this is what I would do if I was starting over and I was scared to kind of spend money on Facebook ads. So basically what I would do, this is kind of the method that I would kind of follow here. So what I've seen a lot of people do, and what I've seen a lot of people kind of do in groups and stuff and say that they've done, is go ahead and actually make Instagram pages for a certain specific niche. I would start like a niche store, and I would go ahead and start an Instagram that kind of aligns with that niche store. Like, let's just say that we're doing a golf store or something. I would go ahead and I would start a golf Instagram page, and I would start getting followers. Now, that's a whole other video in and of itself, but I would go ahead and, follow, unfollow. If I really didn't have the money for like shout outs or anything, I would go and I would just basically grind out and just build up a big, or even just a decent sized Facebook page, or Instagram page, I mean. And basically the reason behind that is because Instagram is really hot right now. Everybody's talking about Instagram, and it's pretty dang easy to actually go ahead and grow an Instagram. You could also do a YouTube channel too, and you could just send people to your store. But what I would go ahead and do is, once I start getting, a couple hundred followers, what I would do is I would go ahead and I would start, DMing them. I would say, hey, we're doing this giveaway, and I would basically send them to my Shopify store. And I would either collect their email somehow. I would send them to a squeeze page where I could get their email and they could get a free download, or they could get something for free, just pay shipping, and they'd have to enter their email before they could go. And the whole reason behind that is because I want to get their information so that I can get them to an email list or somewhere that I can control, right? And I can just hit them hard with email marketing. I can just email them offers and just cool information, and just kind of make a community that they want to be a part of. And really that's the key, is you want to make a community that these people want to be a part of. You know what I mean? If I'm making a golf community, I want to have a community where I make cool golf videos, and I make an email newsletter where I'm sending out cool golf advice, and obviously I'd hit them up with offers and everything later on. But really that's kind of what you want to do. Now here's the thing. Going out there and building an Instagram, the reason why I don't like doing this is because it's very time consuming. And see, the thing is, as a beginner, you're gonna have to spend more of your time because you don't have money, right? For me, I can go out there and I can spend some money on ads because I know how paid traffic works, and also I just have a bit more of a budget to be able to spend. So really that's why I recommend people kind of start out with Facebook ads, and you don't have to spend a ton of money, but just the sooner you can learn, the better, in my opinion. I know a lot of people will tell you, oh, just do free Instagram traffic forever. That's not really what I like to do. That's not really my style. I think you should just sack up and just get down to it, because you're just kind of avoiding the inevitable with that. But that's kind of what I would do if I didn't really have much money and I wanted to do Shopify. And then of course I would have the store that I make, again using the golf example. I would have the golf store, and then I would send people from my Instagram. I would obviously probably put 2 or 3 posts where that would be just kind of cool pictures and engaging content. And then I would, make offers like every 2 or 3 posts. And then of course I would DM those people, hey, we're doing a giveaway or whatever, and I would create something free for them to download so I could get them on an email list, and then I could go ahead and do email marketing and send them out cool offers. And then you would just basically have your Facebook pixel on there, so that when you're ready to start doing ads, you go ahead and you could you'd already have a pixel of people that are interested in golf. So that's kind of the free way to do things. But really what I like to talk about is the paid traffic way. So we're just gonna put Facebook ads right here. So this is the first way that I would kind of teach you guys to do stuff, and this right here is the second way. So what I would do is I would basically go ahead and run Facebook ads. Now, of course, I teach you guys a bunch of tactics where you don't really have to spend that much money on Facebook ads. I still literally launch $3 to $5 a day ad sets all the time, sometimes 10. But really, the name of the game with Facebook is you don't really want to test out with huge budgets, because Facebook's probably going to send you crappy traffic if you're starting out, $200-$300 a day. You don't really have that money to burn as a beginner, so you want to start out with like $5 ad sets, right? And this isn't going to be a lesson on actually how to go out there and do Facebook ads, but I'm just giving you guys an example. What I would do is, if I was totally broke and I just didn't have any money or anything, I would go out there and I would get, guess what? I would get a job. I would get a job where I could make, $500 to $1,000 a month extra, whether that's driving Uber, delivering pizzas, doing whatever it took to be able to get money for my budget so I could spend it on ads and whatever. And I would go out there and I would, if I was completely broke, I would get a job so that I would be able to, spend money on Facebook ads. And this is really where I recommend that you do this, because these aren't skills. just kind of sidetracking here for a second, these aren't really, people treat this like get rich quick, right? People treat this like it's something that they're just not gonna be able to, that's gonna just kind of be here and leave. And maybe drop shipping will do that in the future. Maybe drop shipping will disappear in the future. But it's the principles that you're learning that are really, really important. It's being able to run Facebook advertising. It's being able to, get people to buy stuff, aka sales and selling, and being able to write copy. And this isn't stuff you have to master at first, but it's something that you want to be experiencing. And that's why I hate when people are like, I just want to make money right now, because this is so much more. These are business skills that you're going to learn the rest of your life that are going to literally support you for the rest of your life. So that's just kind of a side note. I hate when people are like, oh, I don't want to do Facebook ads because blah, blah, blah. Just learn Facebook ads because, just do it, okay? So I'd be running, $5 a day Facebook ads. And what I would really do is, this is kind of more of what I teach. I would be launching at least 2 to 3 products a week. Now, you can easily test 2 to 3 products a week with about $150 a week budget. That's about $600 a month, which is not insane. You can go out and you can work a minimum wage job and you can make extra money. You can make an extra $600 a month just, delivering pizzas or driving Uber or whatever. I would go out and I'd maybe spend about $150 a week on testing products. Now, here's the thing. This isn't $150 that is going to go down the drain. This is $150 that is basically going to be spent so that you can make that money back and more. Now, look, most products that you test aren't going to be winners, right? We've kind of experienced that in the past. But most products that you have aren't going to be winners. But then again, I find that most of the time you're going to at least break even or lose a lot less money than this. So let's say that you test 2 or 3 products one week, you spend $150 on ads, and maybe you only make $100 back. So maybe you only make $100 back. So literally you only spent $50 to go ahead and test these products. And guess what? You didn't just test products. You learned how to run Facebook ads. You learned how to go out and do product research. You learned how to do marketing. You learned valuable skills that you can use next time for the next 2 or 3 products that you test, and so on. You just keep doing this consistently every week, and there you go. That's really how you would how you'd go ahead and start out as a beginner with paid traffic. And then maybe once you find a winner and you get it up to $1,000 a month profit, then you can go ahead and scale up your ads and start spending even more, because you're making money and you're playing with house money at that point. Like, if you're working a job, if you have some income coming in on the side, or you have a main source of income, then who cares? Whatever money that you have that you've made from your stores is just house money. It doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? It's just extra money. It's just fun money. It's like if you're up when you're gambling, it's like, shit, I'll throw the house money because it's just going to continue to make me more money. Gambling's kind of a bad example because this is business and it's not necessarily as risky as gambling, but you get what I mean. So that's kind of what I would do as a beginner if I had a budget. I would go ahead and I would test 2 to 3 products, and I would go ahead and maybe start like 5 ad sets at $5 a day. I'd spend maybe $150 to $300 a week on ads, and I would just find a winner, and I would be able to, at the very least, if I didn't make any money, if I didn't find any winners my first month, I would at least make most of my money back, because most of the time you'll find is you'll get sales on your product, you just won't necessarily make a profit. You'll just kind of be able to cover some of that money you spent on ads at worst case, right? So that's kind of what I would do if I was just kind of a beginner. And that's kind of obviously the free traffic way, and then there's the paid traffic way, which is what I would do as a beginner. And again, I would go out and I would learn from free YouTube videos, and I would learn how to do Facebook ads. I would learn how to do Shopify and dropshipping and everything. I'd go in groups, I'd be asking questions, and eventually once I started making money, I would buy a course, I would buy mentorship, I would buy all that stuff because I'd have the money and I could invest that into myself. And that's what I would do if I had absolutely no knowledge of dropshipping at all. So here's the thing. Now I kind of want to talk about what I would do if literally like all my stores got taken away today, and I literally had to and somebody said, hey, you got to start a new dropshipping store today, otherwise your head's going to explode. I don't know. You have to start a new dropshipping store today, but you know everything that you know already, and you can already do all the things that you know how to do. So this is option 2. I'm going to delete that out. Option 2. Okay. So option 2 is what I would do if all of my stores were just destroyed. They were blown up. They said, hey, you can't do this anymore. You're screwed, so you're gonna have to start completely over from scratch. And this is gonna kind of sound eerily similar to the last method that I just told you guys. What I would do is I would really ramp up on my product research, and I'd probably find 10 to 15 things, 10 to 15 products in one day. I mean, you could find 10 to 15 products in one day if you just sat down for a couple hours, right? It's not that hard for me because I know how to do product research. I would find 10 to 15 products that I could go ahead and sell. So that's kind of day one. Day two, what I would do is I would go out there and I would test maybe, I'd probably get the first 3 to 5 products up there on that list. So let's just say I would test the first 5 products that I found. I would go ahead and I would start running Facebook ads. Now, how would I run these Facebook ads? It's very similar to the strategy that I just told you. I would run, $3 to $5 a day ad sets. I'd probably run $3 a day, and I would just run a bunch of ad sets because I just want to get data quickly, and I kind of know what to target. And I would go ahead and I would obviously target broad interest and everything, kind of like how I've taught on the channel before. But I would go ahead and I would test, 3 to 5 products. And guess what? The next day I would go ahead and I would do product research. I'd find maybe another 10 to 15 things to test. And then the day after that I would launch 3 to 5 of those. And I would just keep going on like this. And I would just build a huge list of things that I could go out there and test. I would just work my ass off and just sit there all day and find all these products. And I would literally test 3 to 5 of them per every other day. And then I would go in and I would check on the statistics and everything. And not all these are going to work. But all it takes is that one really good product to go ahead and give you that confidence to keep going on. And like I said, this is a bit different than what I would recommend a super complete beginner who's only been doing this like a month or two, because I know what I'm doing. So I can kind of do this with confidence. I can put up 3 to 5 products. I can find 10 to 15 good products because I know how to do product research. I know how to do Facebook ads. I know how to do paid traffic and everything. And that's just kind of how I would do things. And I would literally rinse and repeat. I would literally rinse and repeat until I find a winner, and that's literally what I would do. And that's kind of what I do because dropshipping is something that's always, you kind of have to be finding new winners and everything. So that's kind of just that's kind of my method for doing things. It's super simple, and that's just kind of where I would get success. And then guess what? If you guys want like a further explanation, what I would do is once I start finding a winning product, I would go ahead and I would create a course. I would be documenting this process of me doing the product research and putting up the Facebook ads and doing all this stuff. I would go ahead and I would make a course that I would charge, $47 a month, or I would charge, $497, $997. And I would do all this advanced marketing. I would go and do webinars and everything because I know how to do webinars. I know how to run paid traffic to webinars. And I would go either sell a membership for $47, kind of like I do on the YouTube channel here, or I would go ahead and sell a course for $497 or $997. And boom, I would start, really leveraging the knowledge that I know because I know that I get results, and I know that I can go ahead and use that, and people will pay me to understand my methods and how I do things. So that's really what I would do. All the way from just starting out from nothing, all the way to like making courses and like super advanced stuff and like email marketing and just a whole bunch of advanced marketing stuff and webinars. So really, guys, that's what I would do. This is probably a longer video, but I hope this kind of helps you guys out and gives you some clarity as to what you need to do as a beginner. And even if you've been doing this for a while, hopefully it gives you a little bit of clarity as to what you need to do as somebody who's been doing this for some time now. So I really hope that helps you guys. If you like more information like this, there is going to be a link down in the description. Actually, go ahead and join the Ecom Machines community. Like I said, if you've watched any other videos, you've probably seen this, but it's a community that I created with a few thousand Shopify entrepreneurs that are in it, in our community. And then I kind of created this membership so that we could go ahead and kind of collaborate on ideas, and I could show you guys what's working. It is a full video course, and then we go ahead and have a paid group that's paid only. It's for members only. And the link to join that is down in the description. I'm going to give you guys a 7-day trial if you sign up with this link, so it's just a super crazy deal. But yeah, guys, with that being said, go check that out if you're interested in that. And if you like Shopify videos, if you like more free kind of tactics and stuff like this, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'm uploading a lot lately, probably 2-3 times a week at least. go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take it easy.